Enzo Fernandez spoke for the first time to the Chelsea media team on Wednesday. In what ended up being a very complicated transfer, Chelsea were able to bring in midfielder Enzo Fernandez from Benfica on deadline day, to the relief of both the fanbase and the player himself. The Argentinian standout spoke with the Chelsea media team on Wednesday, offering his initial thoughts on becoming the newest member of the squad. The midfielder began by expressing his gratitude and excitement at joining the West London club. "I am grateful to Chelsea and its ownership for doing everything they could to make me a part of this project. I'm happy and excited to join the Pride of London, to play in the best league in the world, and to compete for the biggest trophies." He finished by stating his eagerness to contribute at the club, which will be music to blues across the world. "I can't wait to play in front of our fans and help my teammates on and off the pitch." In Fernandez, Chelsea have secured a player who can anchor their midfield for the foreseeable future. His debut could be the beginning of a new era at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal interested in signing Chelsea's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Arsenal are reportedly looking at the chances of signing Callum Hudson-Odoi next summer, as Chelsea are expected to have a massive clear-out of the squad. The amount of players Chelsea brought in this season means there has to be some outgoings in the upcoming summer window. Callum Hudson-Odoi is expected to be one of those leaving the club. Arsenal bought Jorginho from Chelsea in this window and could sign another Chelsea player in the next. According to Jacob Steinberg of The Guardian, Arsenal are interested in signing Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi. The Gunners are tracking the player, and he could be on the radar in the summer as they could take advantage of the mass sale expected at Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi is currently on loan at Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, but is injured at this moment. Chelsea have signed a lot of attacking talent, and Hudson-Odoi is likely to be deemed surplus to requirements in the summer window. Mykhailo Mudryk and Noni Madueke are felt to be the starting wingers. Business between Chelsea and Arsenal has become more frequent in recent years after David Luiz and Willian's transfers. Jorginho signed for £12 million on deadline day, and Hudson-Odoi could be next. Nothing concrete as of now, as we are only a day after the hectic January window, but Arsenal are tracking Callum Hudson-Odoi, and a move could be something to look for in the summer. Chelsea begin second attempt at work payment for Andrey Santos. The club have already seen their first application rejected but are working to get the issue resolved. Chelsea fought off competition from the likes of Newcastle United and Manchester City for the signature of Andrey Santos in the summer, are now working hard to sort out a work permit for the 18-year-old that will allow him to play in England. Santos has hit the headlines in the past fortnight for his stellar performances for Brazil under-20 side in their CONMEBOL Championship, where the midfielder has scored 4 goals in 4 matches for his nation, a figure only topped by his Brazil teammate Vitor Roque, 5, who has also been linked with a move to Chelsea. The rules state that foreign players coming over to England need a certain amount of governing body endorsement points to be able to play in the country, and Chelsea are now beginning a second application for a work permit for Santos, who missed out the first time around by a single point. His performances for Brazil are said to have caught the eyes of many figures at Chelsea, and with Jorginho now having left the club for Arsenal, the club feel that Santos, despite his tender age, has what it takes to make his mark on the first team. Santos' full focus will remain with his nation for the time being, with the Selecao preparing to face Venezuela. Hakim Ziyech given permission to explore Chelsea exit after failed PSG move. Chelsea have given Hakim Ziyech permission to explore an immediate move away from the club after a deadline day switch to Paris Saint-Germain broke down. A deal was agreed to take Ziyech to PSG on loan late on Tuesday, with the Morocco international in France waiting for the green light over a move which was ultimately not completed before the closure of the window. PSG are known to be absolutely furious with Chelsea, accusing the Blues of making a number of inexcusable mistakes which delayed the completion of the transfer, while there have also been reports of technical issues inside the offices of France's professional football league. The French side appealed the decision but, with no paperwork signed before the deadline, failed to convince the LFP to allow the transfer, leaving Ziyech forced to return to Chelsea for the remainder of the season. Most of the transfer windows in Europe's major leagues are now closed, but sources have confirmed to 90 Minutes that Ziyech has been given permission to meet with interested clubs who could still take him for the remainder of the season. Ziyech has received interest in his services from both Turkey and the United Arab Emirates, but whether he would be interested in making such a move is unclear. Manager Graham Potter was asked about Ziyech in Thursday's press conference ahead of the Premier League meeting with Fulham, in which he stressed that he expects the 29-year-old to remain committed to Chelsea for the remainder of the season. "He's back in the country and he trained this morning," said Potter. "These stories won't be the first or last, but he is a professional player and understands the situation. He is committed to us and is available for the squad for the game against Fulham. He'll be an important player for us for the rest of the season."